Boxing world, what's going on? This is Dana Miller of Pot Shot Boxing. Just wanted to make this video to let y'all know that Pot Shot Boxing has a new post out. And it's just related to all of the boxing action that happened yesterday on Saturday, May 9th, 2015. We had some very good fights, crowd-pleasing fights. It was what the boxing world wants to see. Not only just the boxing world, but what the general public wants to see. Those who are not even boxing fans or fanatics. Um, these were very good fights yesterday. Um, uh, One of the first fights was I did see where Austin Trout got an impressive 7th round TKO victory over Luis Galazzo. Now that fight, not sure if it was on television, because I know in my last video I was actually telling everybody, yo, tune in, because Austin Trout's first up the bat. That fight was a part of the PBC, on CBS boxing series, but I don't think that fight was televised. Not sure, but y'all can let me know if it was, if I'm wrong or not. But I thought that fight was actually going to get televised. I didn't see it. But what I did see was the Omar Figueroa versus Ricky Burns fight. Very good fight, all action, crowd pleasing fight. Um, very good fight. There was some clinching, some holding by Burns, but the referee wouldn't allow it. Even if he had to break somebody's arm, he wasn't going to allow holding in that fight. He was going to let it be an all-action fight. And he also took points away when he needed to. He took points away from Ricky Burns. Actually, he took 2 points away from Ricky Burns during that fight. The first point deduction for holding that the referee took away from Burns was warranted, I believe, but that second one was not. But again, it was an all-action, great fight. Burns did his thing in that fight. He did some good countering on Figueroa as Figueroa was coming in, because he's an aggressive fighter. We all know Figueroa has been in some wars, and that's how he likes it. He loves the brawl, so he'll always be crowd pleasing to the boxing world and the general public. And it was pretty full there yesterday too, from what I saw. I thought a lot of people came out for the PBC to see Omar Figueroa. It seems like he got a good following, which is great for boxing and also great for Omar Figueroa. But that was a very good fight. It definitely was one of the fights that made amends for the debacle again last Saturday night with Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. But in any case, the second fight, man, was this is the other fight, but it happened at night. They also the replay of Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. That fight also showed on HBO and Showtime actually last night. But I don't want to talk about that right now. What I want to talk about is the Canelo Alvarez versus James Kirkland fight. Great fight. That's the type of fight novice boxing fans want to see, boxing fans want to see, the general public, every type of person would want to see the type of fight that took place last night, at Minute Maid Park, in Texas. It was a crowd pleasing fight, crowd pleasing performance by Canelo and Kirkland. Both of those guys, in my opinion, did a pretty good job. I said Angulo. Think about the last one. Kirkland did a great job in this fight. But in the first round of that fight with Canelo Alvarez and James Kirkland, Kirkland he walked right over to Canelo and just started throwing just I mean, fight-ending style punches to try to get Canelo out of there. But Canelo was smart. He was real smart. He also, I mean, he actually allowed Kirkland to get inside so that he can land his straight left to Kirkland's body. He landed right hooks to Kirkland's head and straight rights to Kirkland. But Kirkland is an Iron Man, man. He just kept coming into Canelo's wheelhouse, and he was just ready to deal with whatever Canelo was gonna dish out, which was uh, you know, the boxing world can appreciate that. Now, the one caveat that was missing in this fight was Ann Wolfe, longtime trainer of James Kirkland. Heading into this fight, he only had one loss, and that was without the services of Ann Wolfe, his longtime trainer. So this fight with Canelo, Kirkland did not have Ann Wolfe in his corner. Um, but in any case, as the first round went on, uh, Kirkland continued to be aggressive, ultra aggressive. And as he went on the inside of Canelo, Canelo caught him with a good, solid right hook that sent Kirkland down to the canvas, and he was all tangled up in the ropes. But Kirkland got up off the ground and kept coming in that first round, and he's just willing to take whatever spitfire that's thrown at him. Whatever comes at him, he's going to take it and try to impose his will on his opponents like he tried to do Canelo. But Canelo again was smart. He invited it, and round one was a big round for Canelo Alvarez. Now in the second round, it was just all action. I mean, all action. I mean, because Kirkland does not let you rest. It looked as though in the second round that Canelo was slowing down a bit. Now I don't know if either he was slowing down a bit or if he was still setting traps for Kirkland to come on the inside so that he can land those hard, crowd-pleasing counter punches that he was landing on Kirkland all night, because he could not miss Kirkland with the straight right hand all night long. He was landing that left jab to the body, but when he was coming up with that right, straight right that landed on Kirkland, those were some big shots. Most 154 pounders would have been out of there already, but Kirkland is another style beast. He's just another type of beast. He just kept coming, and it was landing some of his shots on Canelo. Especially in that second round, he backed Canelo up a bit, but again, like I said, not sure if Canelo was just laying traps. Now, in the third round, Kirkland continues to come on the inside of Canelo, and he got caught with a vicious. This is probably the best right uppercut of the year that he landed on Kirkland, and it sent Kirkland crashing to the canvas. Now, this is where Ann Wolfe comes in. Because usually, in a fight like this, Kirkland's known for getting clocked, but getting back up and finishing his fighters, because Ann Wolfe usually wills him to victory. And I'm not taking any credit away from his corner, because his corner actually told him the right thing to do after the second round. They looked and they thought, they were saying to themselves, look, Canelo's slowing down. So Kirkland did what his corner told him to do: just go back out there, be as relentless as possible, and try to break this kid's will. So, credit to his corner, but they're not Ann Wolfe. No disrespect. But they're just not Kirk. Sometimes it takes two to make a thing go right. That's that. Sometimes, the match that's made in heaven need to happen, and Kirkland is a monster when he's with He's already a monster. You know, he lives up to his name, Mandingo Warrior, but he's more of a monster when he's with Ann Wolf. And so, you know, you just gotta, you know, Ann Wolf knows how to bring it out of them better than anybody. They're just the perfect pair. Sometimes, you know, just like a relationship sometimes, but I don't want to get into all that, you know, sometimes, you know, it's, I'm not getting into all that. It's boxing. But anyway, uh, uh, Kirkland gets up from the from the from the right uppercut, and then continues to move forward. But then he gets caught with a vicious straight right that sent Kirkland uh, spinning to the canvas. When he hit the canvas, referee stopped the fight immediately, and Canelo Alvarez was awarded the third round KO knockout victory, um, to the boxing world's appreciation. Um, Great fight, great third round knockout, great third round knockout for Canelo Alvarez. And so, boxing world, are you excited about that fight? I mean, these are the type of fights that boxing produces. Okay, in Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather, remember, boxing world, Floyd Mayweather is a safe first fighter. So, and he's great at, you know, uh, protecting himself. And if he doesn't have to take chances, he will not. It takes a fighter to bring it out of him. This is what this is why I'm a little upset with Manny a little bit, because even if he had the shoulder injury, he should have sold out and just went for broke if that was the case, you know. And you know, go out on your shield. If you knew you had an injury, just go out on your shield. I know now. I know what I know. I know he was in a no-win situation. I mean, it was 3 weeks. I didn't know it was 3 weeks heading into the fight for Manny that this happened. So of course, you didn't want to say, "Hey, let's postpone the fight," and then I get this shoulder surgery, and people already bought tickets and stuff like that. I understand that, Manny. But even if that's the case, you should have went in that fight and then just went for all broke. But that's neither here nor there. That was Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather. Uh, you know, whatever. Anyway, but this fight right here, Canelo Alvarez versus James Kirkland, was a great fight. It's what the boxing world needed at this moment. So great fight. It's the best fight I've seen, and I know it's been some great fights so far. Matisse, Provodnikov, you know, in particular, that definitely, particularly that fight was great. But this was a good fight that can amend the debacle that happened Saturday night between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. All right, that's pretty much all I have. This is Dana Miller, Pot Shot Boxing. If you like my boxing channel, if you like this post, please, if you like my post, please feel free to subscribe here on this YouTube boxing channel, using the this boxing channel, or on at www.potshotboxing.com, using the floating email boxing form. You can hit me up on all the social media entities. Facebook, www.facebook.com/potshotboxing. Hit me up on Pinterest, www.pinterest.com/potshotboxing. Hit me up on Twitter at www.twitter.com/potshotboxing. Google Plus, Hootsuite, Instagram, all of those social media entities. All right, this is Dana Miller, Pot Shot Boxing. Like we say at Pot Shot Boxing, it's boxing news and nautical bites for all walks of life. All right, take care.